because we understand and recognize that there's a genocide happening. We're here in solidarity with Palestine. We're here in solidarity with the Congo.
How is Apple involved with the Congo?
The Apple is specifically utilizing supplies that require child labor, that require genocide, forced displacement from people's lands. There's like a stealing of resources. It dates all the way back to 1884, 85, in which Europeans designed the Congo to extract natural resources, where the people work for $2.15 a day, whereas you have these rich billionaire folks literally taking from the people. $200,000 a day is what they generate. And so it's incredibly devastating to see people die at the hands of us being able to have such access to these iPhones and things. It's important to compensate people for their resources. It's important to compensate people for their labor.
Do they know about what's going on, or it's?
I mean, if they don't know, they're not listening, you know? So it's very important for us to be able to really say, like, hey, Apple and other companies that are utilizing the supplies of natural resources that come to the devastation of child labor, of people being forced to work lands and not seeing actual freedom. You know, we're here for liberation, we're here for collective freedom, we're here for collective liberation, and that's really what is the focus of this, is to really push Apple to not only just see and hear, but to do something to ensure that every single resource that comes out of the grounds of the Congo, that specifically that is well compensated, that is literally based upon the Congolese people, right? Just like if you have, you know, some sort of like fruits or something on where you live, on your lands, you're going to want to make sure that you are able to benefit from and prosper from what's there and not be extracted and removed and forced to be oppressed.
And Africa is a wealthy continent. Congo has got tremendous wealth. Why are people living in poverty? Is that the reason there's mass poverty and deprivation in Africa?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There is mass poverty and deprivation because Europeans have been extracting from the continent of Africa. They have been extracting for hundreds of years. And with that, we just really want people to have the ability to control their own livelihood, right? And that really starts with the people. The people create the solutions for themselves. So there does need to be a disinvestment from these different resources like Apple and things if there is not a willingness for them to make sure that people are properly compensated.
You know, people do want to support your efforts.
Please go to freecongo.org. It's very important that you first spread awareness, that you donate if you have it, that you spread the word, and that you educate yourself so that you recognize and understand that, you know, us not doing anything is complicity in what really is like a very capitalistic venture, right? This is like, Congo is literally directly a result of capitalism, and so this is just really an anti-capitalistic effort, it's an anti-imperialistic effort. So please go to freecongo.org so that...
Didn't the United States, the CIA, involved in the assassination of Lamumba, a leader in the Congo? Why don't you talk about that? What happened there?
Yeah, that is one of the most like devastating things that you can see. Like, absolutely, the U.S. were involved in that, and the U.S. are also involved in sending troops right now to the Congo, leveraging neighboring countries. But yes, they did assassinate Lamumba, and it's one of those things where it's like you can't take someone who actually believes and cares about the people and think that you're going to take them away, you're going to kill them, you're going to chop them. All these things is very like, it's insidious is really what it is, you know, it's really insidious. So honestly, Apple is really a symptom of that. That capitalism is a symptom of that imperialism, utilizing the structure and the really capitalistic systematic exploitation and extraction of the Congo, right? And utilizing things like this foreign intervention, this foreign occupation, which we're seeing both in the Congo and we're seeing in Palestine. So it's really important that people take the time to educate themselves, to take the time to not just read, but to understand that there's such a unique connection, because it is also Israeli billionaires in the Congo. So there's a unique interconnection. As the U.S. is funding the destruction in the Congo, there's also a direct funding of the destruction within Palestine and that occupation that's happening in Gaza.
For humanity, we are here for the children.
I'm Xavian. Firstly, thank you to everyone that sees the importance. We're in a very privileged place to be able to take the time and energy to really amplify awareness. And some are in an even more privileged place to be without that information or to disregard it. But I'm here on behalf of Friends of the Congo.
Friends of Congo.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I'm here on behalf of Friends of the Congo. And one of the things that we really wanted to make clear was it is vital that we place Apple and all the other companies along the supply chain in the proper context, right? The Congo was designed by Europeans in 1884-85 for extraction, for plunder, for theft of natural resources. That design has not changed at all. That challenge of the Congo is really structural. It's also systemic, and it's very much rooted in colonial legacy. It's rooted in capitalism. It's rooted in imperialism. And if we understand the structural challenge that we quickly are able to recognize, Apple is merely a symptom of Congo's challenge and not the cause. The cause is capitalism, the cause is imperialism, and it's deeply rooted in racism and white supremacy. Therefore, our battle is anti-capitalistic, and it is also anti-imperialistic. Thank you. So we are using Apple as a symbol as we make what is really symptomatic demands. We appeal to you to join us in the pursuit of dismantling the system that has caused for 70 million Congolese people to live on merely $2.15 a day. Sure. In contrast, Israeli billionaire Don Gertner has made billions off of Congolese people and earns $200,000 a day. And it is the system that produces this level of inequality and disparity that we have to tackle, that has to be at focus. So we appeal to you to join us in this dignified pursuit of the Congolese people to reclaim their land, to reclaim their resources, to reclaim their affairs, so that the Congolese people will be free and liberated, and that all people will be free and liberated. And you can visit freecongo.org for more information. It's so important that we take the time, whether you're on this side or that side, to educate yourself, to become aware. And yes, it's a lot of information. It's a lot happening. But death is a lot. It's a lot. So there is nothing that is too important for us to take the time to make sure that we all can live a free and dignified life.